Hi there, it's Lori, and I think this will be the end of my injury, hurt myself, silly stories for a bit. I will have more, I'm sure, because I am me. So, my third concussion. You've already heard 1 and 2. Third concussion was in 2013, so 2 years after the second concussion. There was a big gap, almost 20 years from first to second, and only 2 years from second to third. This one was actually the one that hurt the most. I did not pass out, but yeah, this one felt bad. I can still feel the dent in my head. So yes, CAT scan and MRI on this one, because I wasn't healing up from it. So it was cool. My daughters were turning 16 and 18. Their birthdays, not by my design, just how it happened. Their birthdays are only 5 days apart, 2 years and 5 days apart. Number 2 was 3 weeks early, so that's what happened there. Anyway, so we were having a big birthday party, 16 and 18, big deals. So having a big family birthday party at my aunt's house, because her house backs up to open space. It's beautiful. This is where we do like Christmas and all that. That's where our family gathers. Anyway, we were having this big party at her place, and for 16 and 18, big deal. They wanted a piñata, but they were like full-size candy bars in there, so that's the piñata you wanted to play. But I have video of it, and it's so funny. I will figure out if I can insert that video. Hopefully I still have access to it, and it's not like old. But it was so well made that they couldn't, they had to, once it went on the ground, they had to, beat the crap out of it to actually get it to open. So, yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, that was a funny moment. Well, packed everything up, put it in my minivan, got home. We were taking stuff into the house. Well, it was out the side of the sliding door, passenger door on the minivan, and I leaned down to pick up the box of decorations. We had a blow-up palm tree that was also like a cooler where you put the ice in, so you could put the drinks, the cans and bottles and stuff in the ice. It was cute. That's just one of the decorations that I remember. Anyway, pick up the box, and I must have gone this direction, and it came up so hard. There's a little metal chunk that sticks out of the side of the door of a minivan. Here's the door, and it kind of sticks out. Evidence of my Cheeto eating earlier. Sorry about that. So this little metal piece was sticking out, maybe more like that size, and that latches in when you shut the door. Well, it's right just past the edge, like I'm showing you all. However, I managed to pick up the box, smack right here on my head, so hard that my daughter was almost to the door with it. I had a carport because this was at my townhouse. So 2 of these concussions happened at that address. My last one, hopefully my last one forever. So 3, we're going to be done. No more concussions for me. Thank you very much. Anyway, so loud. My daughter had gone in the gate and was almost to our back door. It's tiny, the little tiny back area for a townhouse. But anyway, she heard me smack my head. Yeah, came running right back and thought I was going to throw up, but I didn't. This one is not funny as how did I actually manage to do that? How? And then, like I said, I knew it was a concussion. I kind of knew what to do. I don't remember that I went to the hospital. I don't think I went to the hospital that night. I kind of knew how to handle it. But to be honest, I don't remember. I do this literally the Saturday before teachers are supposed to go back to school, before the school year starts. Because, both of my girls' birthdays are in August. So, I end up knocking something down, y'all. You want to see what I knocked down? I knocked down my Color Street nails. All right. Anyway, I end up going in for the first day. I think we had 5 teacher days, which is a ridiculous... Man, I really... Cheeto fingers galore over here. Anyway, I go in the first day, and I talk to the principal or the assistant principal, whoever Again, I don't remember. And I tell them that after that first day. I'm like, I have a concussion, because I think Monday, so this happened Saturday night, and Monday I think I had to go in for that first day, and I told them, hey, I'm not okay. I'm going to go down and I'm going to get an MRI and a CAT scan, because I am getting worse, not better, even though it had only been a day and a half, having previously had concussions. I'm like, something's wrong here. And I wanted to make sure that I could do whatever I needed to do to not miss the first day of school. So I go in. Was this concussion? I think it was this concussion. They said, spell world. And I'll try to demonstrate the pace at which I spelled world. W-O-R. That's about as far as I get. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's send you in for MRI and CAT scan. So, but everything's nice and normal. And like I said, no cracks. No crack in my skull. No evidence like of brain injury. So no, I've not actually had traumatic brain injuries. I just have had concussions. Thankfully, I have not had any evidence. And I've even had an MRI since then for migraines, totally different. So, gosh, how many years later was that? 5 years later? 6 years later? Thereabouts, maybe even 7 years later. Had another MRI and there is, like they said, there was zero evidence of concussion. But I'd been diagnosed 3 times, so I am very lucky. Well, I mean, you might say I'm unlucky because I managed to do this to myself, but I'm very lucky. It never causes like long-term damage for me, or even like I said, on any future brain scans, anything I've had, they never show. So the dent in my head shows. It's just a dent, just like I can feel this one right. See, it's right there. I can feel it. Nothing broken, but there's a big old dent right there in my head. Good thing I'm not bald. I wouldn't look great bald. You would see all the lumps and bumps, because I've hit my head a few times. That's the worst one. I mean, that dent is big. It's about that long. So maybe the metal piece was that long. Yeah. So it's about that long. Oh my gosh. Okay, the Cheeto fingers is embarrassing. I apologize. That is just terrible. All right. So, that was my concussion story. Happened. This was only a few months after I met my husband. Well, he wasn't obviously my husband then, because if I met him and got married to him, and this was only a few months after that's a whole different kind of world, and I don't live in that world. Anyway, so we, like, literally 3 or 4 months later after meeting him, but so he ended up, I think he was the one that drove me to the hospital. I think he took a day off work and drove me to the hospital after the school day. And then I think I had to take 3 days. I think they made me take 3 days, but they were all the teacher work days, so I didn't have to listen to all of the teacher the rinse and repeat of the beginning of the school year meetings. If any of you are a teacher, I know you know exactly what I'm talking about, at least in the US. So today's shout out, these are not crochet channels, okay? These, because my Decade Divas that's a little bit later today, those are crochet or craft channels. These are not craft channels. And it's been a while. I decided I needed to mix it up because I do the Decade Divas on Saturday. So I'm going to try to do non-craft channels here for a bit on Saturdays. But I wanted to start with these two. I'm going to start with Izzy Pop. Izzy is not her actual name, but that's what she goes by online. Izzy was one of her cats. She does the coolest graphic arts animations with cats, and she tells stories with cats. I like animated, not like real ones, but anyway, Izzy was one of her cats. That has crossed the Rainbow Bridge a bit ago, a while ago. Anyway, I really like Izzy. She's very authentic. Like I said, she tells stories. She'll put music with the animations that she creates. She's very talented, and I really enjoy what she does, and I like her lives because a lot of them are just chat with these animations going. I have no idea what she looks like. I just know her little cat icon. Anyway, but I don't think she's a cat. I think she's a person. I'm just kidding. Obviously, she's a person, right? But please go support Izzy, and don't just subscribe. Watch some of her stuff. Watch some of her stuff. This is her main source of income, I believe. I could have that wrong. That and doing graphic arts. You can hire her to do some graphic arts for you. I'm so sorry about the shadows. I've been having trouble with the light, so this is better than the bright and then dark and then bright and then dark. So sorry about the shadows. Anyway, the other channel, I found Izzy through this other channel. at Scully Pop. Now I know at CULLYPOP. I know a lot of you already know him because he follows so many crochet channels and maybe craft channels in general, and he's so supportive. But let's talk about what his channel is. His channel is a lot of graphic arts from Izzy, but he storytells, whether they're his stories or he mashes up different other stories. He did Sherlock Holmes and something mashed together. That was fun. And his Emerald City series is really fascinating. That's all his own authorship. Most of this stuff, the mashups, as far as I know, are all him writing. But he does a lot of ASMR. So if you like that, check out his channel either way. But if you like ASMR kind of mixed in, he'll do storytelling, and then like in the kind of like break-in scene or whatever you want to call it, there's some ASMR kind of stuff, and a lot of the graphics and the music and the sounds Izzy creates that go with his stories. We'll have some of those ASMR type sounds. Anyway, he's an author, and then he also, you can submit a story to him and he will share it. Either he will do all of the audio version. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of it? The reading of, I was a math teacher, no, I'm kidding. Reading and writing is essential. So, but he'll read your story, and he'll create these, or he'll have Izzy, and I know he also does some of the graphic arts himself. But so anyway, sorry, I didn't make that clear. So he does the graphic arts, but he also has Izzy do some of his graphic arts, and then sometimes he'll have a panel of people come on and read the story with the graphic arts, so you're not seeing the people that are reading, so they can become more of the character even. But anyway, very enjoyable station. As far as I know, Izzy doesn't necessarily do the ASMR piece of it as much, and a lot of her lives are very chit-chat and hang out. I mean, she starts with stories and different things and music, like I would call them animated music videos, is kind of part of what she does, and they're very good. She's very good, very talented. Scully's stories are always fascinating to me. The one I really enjoyed was his mashup of Grease and The Breakfast Club. I really enjoyed that one in particular, but I also really like his Sherlock Holmes stuff, and then his Emerald City stuff, which is obviously Wizard of Oz related. It's all very entertaining, and I just go check them out. But we're going to add another one here. I'm going to pause this for a second so I can grab it. Okay, this came from me today, making sure I'm showing you the right direction. It's a gift from Uncle Woman Chuck, but it's a shout out to who this came from. This came from Diamondz Creation and Current Events. She will be the third shout out. Clearly not a crochet channel, but diamond art, right? Ooh. Okay, that looks like a metal straw with a scrubber, which, heck yeah. And then this is, that's her logo. Like I said, it was from Chuck. Alright, and then some little snackies, and then, oh, that looks really fun. I'll do the little things, and then I'll do the big thing. This is not what I was expecting, so. I was wondering about the box, so. And this Ziploc little baggie will get reused. Let me make sure there's no way that address can be seen. I assume it's a business address for her, so that's probably fine. But anyway, there's all her socials. I'll insert a picture of that, so you can grab all those if you want them. Go check her out. And some really cool stickers. A coffee sticker. It's a new day. Beautiful butterfly hologram. I guess Missy decided she wanted to join. Hello, Missy. This is Missy. This is one of my kitties. This is one of my kitties. And then this one, this butterfly. That one's kind of more at an angle. That's so pretty. And then a sweater that says hope. Love it. These are all stickers. These are more of those clear stickers, so you can stick it on something that you can see through. Now after seeing what's actually in there, now I understand this. And then I have a mild addiction to these. I don't know if anybody was aware of this, but the Mott's fruit snacks don't last very long in the house. We don't get them very often because, yeah, I'm a little bit addicted. So one package. I can control myself a little bit. All right. This looks so stinking cute. It's packaged very nicely. I will comment on that too. So if you order, because she definitely has a business. Cute, right? That will get reused because that is how I roll. We're going to put it around my bottle there for now. And I love travel mugs because they have lids, which means Missy can't get in them. I don't know if you know that about my cat. Oh, I love it. Look, look. It's cats and Vincent van Gogh and the sunflowers. And then my name. She obviously special ordered this for I crochet so I don't choke people. Save a life, send yarn. Many of you have saved many lives and sent me yarn. This also, because we all know I have a mild, my 3-drink minimum thing. That's real. I have a 3-drink minimum. At the moment, I only have one up here. There's a problem. So, see, I needed this. But isn't this just so cute? This lady does good work. So, let's go like and subscribe her YouTube, watch some content, and maybe order. You can obviously special order something, which is so cool. It's got the Starry Night up here, and then his portrait, and then the sunflowers. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you, Chuck. It's fantastic. So, you're going to be checking out 3 channels. Izzy Pop. I don't remember the full thing, but it will be the actual website and not just her at Scully Pop. And I want to make sure I get the Diamondz with a Z creations and current events, which will be down below. But also, like I said, I'll put a picture of this in there so you can get anything you want if you want to special order something, because this is very cool. Very cool. And I appreciate it so much. So a little mini Happy Meal, but associated directly with the shout out. So, thanks for coming in. Can I get an amen?